tweeted out this graphic that you replied to. It was like a pyramid where we showed like a typical company has a CEO on the top.
Yep.
And if you remove that CEO, the company's still intact.
Exactly.
And you can swap out employees.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
That was a while ago. And we turned it on its head and said, this is a creator company. Everything lies on this one individual. And you pull that person and everything falls. And you replied to that talking about the pressures of running a creator-led
100%.
business. And that you have to be a certain type of person to do this.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about what you've learned about that, like a creator-led business and being the creator in a creator-led business?
Yeah. Well, one thing is, like, especially because I started out the podcast talking about stuff, I just want to be clear. Obviously, I signed up for this, and no one's forcing me to do it. I love my fans. I love you guys. So I don't want to sound like I'm complaining and just miserable. Even though I am miserable a lot, but it's self-inflicted misery. But yeah, the thing is, it's like, across everything I'm doing with this and the production company, whatever, just the people who make my videos with me. I have hundreds of people that work for me, and they have families, and like so many people depend on me. Like if I, don't film videos, like I can't pay people. So like I have all that, and like I was describing before, it's like, I leave these walls, and it's like, just crazy. Like not as crazy. Like obviously there are people way more famous than me, like Taylor Swift. You know what I mean? Hers is probably infinitely worse, but it's still like, I can't be in large crowds. I just can't. I can't go watch a movie with my girlfriend.
We were in a very large crowd with you in November. At the mall. For
exactly. So I can't be in crowds. I can't, I watch a movie unless I rent out buy every ticket in the movie, or people are just gonna like film me the whole time. It's like I always have to be on guard. Like I'm known for carrying around money. Like people have broken into my house before, and so it's like I gotta have security at my house, and I gotta do all this. So it's like all that. It's like no matter where I go, you're always on, and also I can't just like if I mess up, someone's always filming me when I'm in public. I don't know what mess up means, but you're always on. You can never let your guard down. There's always things going on, and then and you always have to be filming because all these people depend on you, and and then the expectation is like if I just do one thing just slightly worse than the video, then there's 500 Twitter threads of like why MrBeast is getting lazy and MrBeast is gonna fall off because like on this one boat, he wasn't feeling the best. Like they don't know, but I'm like, oh, if I'm not feeling the best, and I just like don't film as much for one little thing, and I just, whatever. And so then the bit isn't as perfect as it could be. Everyone reverse analyzes it, and it's like, MrBeast's a fucking moron. Like, he didn't do this, and this. Like, what is wrong with, and it's like, no, I don't know, I had like the flu or something. And sorry, that piece of content isn't as good. I don't know what you want from me. Then it's all this pressure, and then, you still have to make short form content. I still have to do this, and, so yeah, it just kind of like all stacks up, and you're running at full speed nonstop. And every time you take even like an hour off, you feel bad because you're like, damn, that's an hour I could have been working, and I'm the bottleneck for almost everything. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. Yeah. You're the bottleneck for everything. And we feel that too in our company, right? Like if we're not at our office or like reviewing edits or something, everything always ends with us, right?
Exactly.
That's the hard thing about
it's brutal. It's 100% brutal. And so that's where you have to be a specific type of person. Like that is why a lot of people get burnt out, and it just is what it is. It's the nature of the business. I don't think it's a fault of anyone. It's just like some people have the personalities. Like I want the pressure. I'm complaining a lot on this podcast. I want it. I love it. I love having the pressure on my back. Put it on my back. Put more on there. It excites me. Like it doesn't scare me. I'm like, I want more. Like I get competitive and it fires me up. But for other people, it feels like a never ending race that's daunting and you can never stop. And it's like, what's the point of life if you're just always going to be like running at 1,000,000 miles an hour? And I want to do this thing, but I can't do it because if I let up, then this falls apart. And so it's like, it can be a scary trap. It's like, it's either like something you live for and it's like in your DNA, or for a lot of other people, it ends up being your nightmare if you're not careful. That's why I don't recommend a lot of creators scale as big as I have, because it's like, it's a lot a pressure. Like you really should probably keep your team a little more leaner. You probably shouldn't do big projects like I do. You should keep it a little more reasonable. You should get it where, you have a year's pay in the bank. So if, you have a couple duds, you don't have to worry about paying, are you going to be able to pay your employees? Like you shouldn't reinvest every penny so aggressively like I am. And like, there are things you can do to make it where it's not as brutal on your mental health. And all of it is the exact opposite of what I do. And that's why I'm like,
but it's what you want.
That's why you shouldn't. Like a lot of people, unless you really do truly believe that you're like me and you like the pressure, shouldn't try to do what I do, because it's going to end up being your nightmare. I see it happen all the time for a lot of people.
I think there's a big scale, right? Like if you're on YouTube and you you're making good videos, you can also kind of be like an artist, like an actor, right? Where you don't really want to hire employees, but you're just really good at making videos.
Yeah, but then those are the same people who have to edit their videos. They have to set up the cameras, and those are the first to get burnt out because they're doing everything. And they're doing 7 jobs, and they only enjoy 2 of them, and the 5 jobs they hate are the things that burn them out, and they don't know why they're burnt out. And it's because, well, 70% of what you do, you just freaking hate.